Concluded your convention, Afrika MAYIBUYE convention. I think in terms of the policy positions of the party, please outline them. I know you guys discussed local government, economic transformation, social transformation.
No, look, we have just concluded a very successful national convention, inaugural convention of Afrika MAYIBUYE movement, which consolidated the foundational documents of our organization, the constitution, the restoration manifesto, but also the key policy discussions that came out of the commissions and plenary discussions. We're an organization that is about reaffirming the dignity of African people and black people in the whole of South Africa. And the reason is because all the existing political formations have got no willingness, have got no capacity, have got no determination, and they've got no foreseeable possibility to could change the lives of our people. So we are coming as a liberation movement in the 21st century to liberate the people of South Africa. And we always illustrate the correct point that the people of South Africa have lost faith in the democratic institutions, and that is demonstrated by the fact that only 16 million South Africans out of the 42 million adults who are eligible to vote participated in the 2024 general elections. That is a sign of and a vote of no confidence in the electoral system of South Africa. That is why we then exist to re-inspire hope and give confidence to the people that we are an organization that is going to give a proper direction as to what should happen. But also as a movement, we do not just focus on electoral promises and commitments. We identify immediate community issues that we can be able to respond to now at all levels. So our structures at VD level should develop a program of action at ward level, at sub-regional level, even ourselves nationally. There's a lot of programs that we've been engaged in even during the consultation process, giving water to people and assisting with soup kitchens in some of the poorer areas, assisting old age homes in terms of what happens, because we appreciate the fact that our people are suffering now, are not suffering tomorrow, and they cannot eat electoral promises. So as a movement, we are an organization and a movement that is truly caring for the interests and aspirations of the people. And the outcomes of this national convention are a confirmation that we are a movement that is here to stay. Like to have a first national conference attended by delegations from all the 54 districts in the Western Cape, in KwaZulu-Natal, in Northern Cape, in Mpumalanga, Northwest, Free State, in all provinces. It's one of the most inspirational frameworks. Personally, this is the best national conference I've ever participated in my entire life. It's well organized, proper inputs and very qualitative interventions that were made by all the delegates that came to this national convention.
I don't know if I heard you properly, but you said at the National Day of Prayer, you spoke to Ndata Kgalema Motlanthe. You told him you don't see an ANC in the future, therefore I see MAYIBUYE Africa. Did you say as a replacement or as a movement that will fill the gap that the ANC?
Yes, in the brief interaction I had with the former president, Kgalema Motlanthe, I did say to him that there is no space for the ANC in the future, and that we have to have a separate and different political movement with different values. I actually said that the value system that engulfs the ANC now is way too corrupt, and there is no point of return, because majority of even younger leaders of the ANC are being inducted into corrupt activities and mannerisms. That is what I said to him. And then I said to him that we will get time to come and talk in greater detail as to how MAYIBUYE strategically will be the one that fills the gap of an absence of a liberation movement that has got a moral and ideological clear compass as to how it seeks to resolve the crisis of society. So that is basically what we spoke about, and we agreed that in the immediate horizon, possibly before the end of the year, we'll have a political discussion so that we can be able to explain and talk about MAYIBUYE Africa, which is here to stay. The less said about the other political parties, the better. Yeah.
My one question is, you said people don't trust politicians. Why should they trust you? You've been in 3 political parties in as many years.
I don't view myself as a politician, and I've never viewed myself as a politician, and I've never referred to myself as a politician. I'm always an activist. I stand for views and perspectives. I push the agenda. That is why I don't get contained in terms of when I realize that I'm surrounded by politicians who are about self-enrichment, I disassociate myself from that. And people of South Africa don't trust politics. It is scientifically proven by the very fact that only 16 million out of 42 million adults who are eligible to vote participated in elections. That is why we introduced this movement, integrate and give platform to traditional leaders, royal leaders, to religious leaders to say, be the voice as to what is to be done moving forward. You know, we give an example, the recent past, that in the National Day of Prayer, the people that were there, the churches that were there, possibly represent more than 80% of the people of South Africa. And they were complaining about water, complaining about service delivery, complaining about all of this. But there is no one to listen to them. And there's no one who even elevates all these issues that they are raising. And then MAYIBUYE then becomes a platform which is intertwined, is entangled fully, it's inseparable from our people on the ground. It's not separable from the religious leaders and institutions. It's not separable from traditional leadership. So that from time to time they become they gain full access to what should happen in government, because in almost all instances when the people on the ground face difficulties, their first point of call is the traditional leadership, is their pastors, and they are powerless currently in the current framework. So MAYIBUYE is the necessary replacement to give proper politics and representation to the people of South Africa, and that is what we're going to be.
Okay. Last question. Sorry, I know I said last question, but moving to the local government elections, are you willing to work with any party?
Look, we are not postulating. No, we are not postulating any coalitions. We are going to contest elections to win them outrightly. So that is our approach, that when we contest elections, we contest to win outrightly. And if there is no outright win, we will, in a responsible way, talk to those who are willing to talk to us and constitute a government. We're not going to come with arrogant demands. We're not going to come with impossible demands and all of those things, because I know from my previous roles in the local government space that despite the fact that the issues that would arise appeared as if they were genuine and legitimate, majority of leaders were negotiating tenders for themselves, and sometimes even money. They were extorting money, where they say, no, if you give me this much, I will enter into coalition with you. So I've got practical experience where a leader will say, give me 10 million, then I will give you government. And that is, and we're not going to do that as MAYIBUYE. We will participate in elections with the aim of outright victory. If we do not win, we will, with utmost humility, sit down to talk as to how do we constitute government in a responsible and responsive, accountable way, which will be transparent for all people of South Africa to witness.
What do you have to say? What is your own opinion? Drop it in the comment section. Let's know what you think. And for more news and updates like this, do not forget to subscribe on this channel. Turn on the bell. Anytime I publish a new video, you will get notification. See you in the next one, and bye for now.